Council President, what do you make of these coronavirus orders, closing the restaurants, closing the malls at this point until March 30th? Do you think that it should go beyond them?
As of right now, we're just listening to the recommendations of the governor. I think in a moment like this, it's important for us to be a united front and try to follow the leadership from the top leader for the state, which is Governor Gina Raimondo. In a crisis like this, actually, we should get this guidance from the federal government, from the president should be communicating what we should be doing to all the states. Unfortunately, we're not getting a unified message and guidance from the federal government, and the governors are taking the lead. I think I'm going to continue to support the governor, and if she asks us that we have to extend it, I'll be doing that. I'll be supporting her for that.
What do you think the federal government should be doing better?
I think the leadership should be coming from the federal government to the state. This is a crisis that is impacting the whole country, that is impacting the world. So it should be leadership coming from the president, passing the leadership to the states. But I'm grateful to have good leaders at the state level, not just here at the state of Rhode Island, see New York also, and other states in Massachusetts that are looking at the impact that this is going to have in the health and well-being of our population, and are taking the necessary steps to ensure that everyone is safe.
The Providence schools obviously are going through their own crisis, and the state has taken over, and they're supposed to have a turnaround plan coming out in April. Now kids are out of school, remote learning for the foreseeable future. Are you worried about the effect this is going to have on the Providence schools?
Of course. I'm worried about the impact that it's going to have not only in the Providence school system, the school system of the whole entire state of Rhode Island. We have seen other cities that are basically canceling school for the rest of the year. I'm concerned. I have 2 kids, and I'm going to go through the challenges of every other parent of trying how to do the homeschooling and how to make sure that they are on task with their work, with the schoolwork, while being home. It's going to be an adjustment for all of us to make this happen.
Thanks. You can go to Madeline.
Yeah, so you talked a little bit about a unified message. Have you felt like the message has been unified between the mayor and the governor? Or have there been discrepancies?
Actually, they had a joint press conference, and the mayor asked me to join him in there. I think that shows that they're trying to work together. And we have to remember something. This is a tough time, and we are trying our best to adjust and to adapt as we're going. And I think we all want to do the right thing, but I believe that the best way to make sure that we are all doing what is the best for the state of Rhode Island is to follow the lead of the governor, because this illness is not, this virus is not going to affect only the people of Providence. It's going to be affecting the whole state, actually, the whole country. That's what I was saying, that I wish the leadership also was coming from Washington. Unfortunately, it's not happening.
I just wanted to clarify the resolutions on the agenda that were around like assistance and hoping that the state will kind of step in. Were those just continued or were they passed?
The resolutions were passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the resolutions were passed. You should refer to the ones that talk about the mayor's executive order, the ones that we did at the beginning of the agenda. Those were passed.
Okay, and then
the resolutions were received. The first one were received. So if you have the copy of the agenda with you, yeah. That would be the ones at the beginning. Those items were received. So there was no action required for those.
And then
Are you referring to item 24 though, Madeline? Because I think that was continued.
Item 24, let me see.
Yeah, 24 and 25.
No, everything after item 19 was continued.
Continued, okay.
No, everything after item 19 was continued. That's correct.
Okay. Okay, even though it had to do with COVID-19, number 24.
Yes, we are going to have another meeting, most likely. Depends on what the governor says that's going to happen. We may have to have another meeting to continue the executive order. So that's we could take that at that time.
What's going to happen moving forward with, committee meetings? I mean, it's kind of, this worked okay, but, everyone was unmuted. You could hear a lot of background noise. And
yes,
you guys are going to need to discuss the budget and, really important stuff coming up in the coming months. There's supposed to be this commission on the progressive tax structure that's supposed to be meeting in person and discussing these things. So how's this all going to shake out?
We're all learning together. So I just ask you for your patience. We are in constant communication with the committee chairs, trying to figure out what are the ways how we're going to do. This is a new normal right now. We don't know for how long we will have to do it this way. Hopefully, we're able to come back soon. But in the meantime, the priorities is to make sure that the city government is functioning, that city government is moving forward, that it's not delays on the essentials items that the city needs. That's the priority. So anything that is related to continuing having the city government functioning, we're going to take those items first.
May I ask why items 16 and 17 were thought to be essential and needed to be passed today, since they were ordinances to change zoning?
These are items that came out of the zoning of the committee. So the options that we had would be to refer them back to committee. So that's why we took the action on these items today.
Right. I was just wondering
Is that the reason for the...
No, I was just wondering what makes them essential as opposed to having to send them back.
Items coming out of committees, that's what makes it essential. So items that are coming out of committees, we had the conversation with the clerk about the options that we had. And these are items because they're coming out of committees, we need to take actions on them.
Right. Is there a time period for that then?
I don't have the exact time period with me, but I'll have the clerk get that information to you.
Oh, no problem. I'm just wondering what is this?
Good question.
Yep.
No. So the rationale was that because it was referred from committee to the council, that they had to take action, or else they'd have to go back and then have to do another vote on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the reason for that. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, can people expect some type of action to come from the council soon regarding response to the coronavirus, like either relief to people or since those resolutions were continued? Is any definitive action going to be taken soon?
Yes, definitely. In some of the actions that we had been talking about are at the federal level, are at the state level. So we are going to be assessing what are the things that we can do at the city level. It doesn't make sense for us to, one of the things we're asking in regards to individuals that are being displaced, and the president yesterday mentioned that HUD is taking some actions on that. So we are going to be, for the next meeting, probably you're going to see more information of the actions that the city can take. But we have to keep in mind that the role that we can play right now, I'm looking for things that we can do to help people. We are right now in the middle of the crisis. We are attending to the priorities of how we get people to make sure that no more people get infected, how we make sure that we protect our workers also while they continue to serve the city. So we're paying attention to this, but those are things that we will be looking at probably for the next meeting.
Do you have a couple of examples of things you think the city might be able to do?
So I'm getting calls from business owners that have concern about what is going to happen to my business. I won't be able to come back after this. How am I going to pay my rent? So we need to get together as a city and figure out what are the steps that we can take to help the business owners.
Alrighty.
All right?
I think I'm good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Council President.